I stood in the middle of Camille's baby shower, my black designer dress hugging my curves like armor, a stack of legal documents clutched in my trembling hands. My heart pounded so fiercely, I could feel it echoing in my ears, a mix of fury and heartbreak that made my vision blur at the edges. "You really thought you could replace me with her?" I said, my voice steady despite the storm raging inside me, the kind of storm that had been building for months, fed by sleepless nights and silent tears. A billionaire's black wife doesn't just disappear quietly, Robert, especially not when she owns half your empire and has been funding your lifestyle for the past 5 years. The room fell into a suffocating silence. 30 women in their soft pastel dresses froze, champagne glasses hovering midway to painted lips, their eyes wide with shock as they darted between me, my husband, the man I'd once loved with every fiber of my being, and his very pregnant, very white mistress. Camille sat there in her throne-like chair, surrounded by pink balloons and stacks of baby gifts that twisted like knives in my gut. Those should have been mine. Our dreams of family, shattered and stolen, now mocking me in ribbons and bows. Robert's face shifted from stunned disbelief to raw fury in seconds, his cheeks flushing red, as if I'd slapped him. The man who'd whispered promises of forever in my ear now glared at me like I was an intruder. "Naomi, what the hell are you doing here?" His words dripped with venom, but beneath it, I saw the flicker of fear, the same fear I felt every time another fertility test came back negative, every time he pulled away from my touch. If you think you know how this story ends, trust me, you don't. What I'm about to share isn't just about a cheating husband. It's about the soul-crushing agony of realizing your entire life was a facade, built on lies that eroded your self-worth like acid. It's about the moment a woman, broken and betrayed, rises from the ashes with fire in her belly that demands justice. Hit that like button if you're ready for a tale of raw, unfiltered revenge. And subscribe, because the vengeance I unleashed was colder than New York winter, twice as devastating, and born from a pain so deep it nearly consumed me. My name is Naomi Williams Hamilton. 6 months ago, I thought I had it all, the kind of life that sparkled like the diamonds in my designs. I own Diamond Dynasty Collection, a luxury jewelry line I'd poured my soul into after graduating from FIT. From a single sketch on a napkin to pieces adorning A-list celebrities in Vogue, generating over $50 million annually, it was my blood, sweat, and endless nights of doubt turned into triumph. Our Central Park West penthouse felt like a sanctuary, with views that once made me feel invincible. I drove cars that turned heads, married to Robert Hamilton, the billionaire real estate developer whose skyscrapers redefined New York's skyline. From the outside, we were untouchable. The ambitious black woman who conquered luxury fashion, arm in arm with her charming white billionaire husband. We dazzled at the Met Gala, escaped to St. Tropez where the sun kissed our skin, and worries melted away, and our wedding 3 years prior had graced the pages of Town and Country. But fairy tales hide the rot beneath the glamour. Sometimes, the prince is a wolf in disguise, and your closest ally is sharpening the knife at your back. The cracks appeared 8 months before that fateful shower, subtle at first, like whispers of doubt that gnawed at my confidence. Robert started working later, his excuses about demanding investors and intricate deals rolling off his tongue too smoothly. His construction empire was booming, and I swelled with pride. After all, I knew the grind of ambition. My jewelry line demanded travel to fashion weeks, late nights hunched over sketches, my fingers raw from perfecting designs that captured hearts worldwide. But then came the money drain. Our joint accounts, once a symbol of our shared success, hemorrhaged with larger withdrawals. Each time I questioned him, his explanations sounded plausible. Project deposits, equipment, permits, and I swallowed them because trust was the glue holding us together. Doubting him felt like doubting us, and that ache in my chest was too heavy to bear. The phone calls twisted the knife deeper, hushed conversations that silenced when I entered the room, leaving me with a hollow loneliness that settled in my bones. Text messages lit up his face with a secretive smile I hadn't seen in months, one that used to be reserved for me. When I voiced my unease, he'd brush it off as client drama, his hand on mine feeling colder each time. I wanted to believe him. The alternative was a void of pain I wasn't ready to face. The deepest wound was our fertility struggles. 2 years of trying, Thousands poured into treatments that promised hope, but delivered only heartbreak. Each negative test was a fresh wave of despair. My body feeling like a traitor, my reflection in the mirror a reminder failure. Robert grew distant, his touches mechanical, his eyes avoiding mine, amplifying my self-blame until it echoed in my dreams. I wondered if I was a broken one, if my inability to give him a child was pushing him away. Then there was Helena, my business partner since Diamond Dynasty's inception 5 years ago. She'd been my rock since college. We bonded over shared dreams, my creative fire complemented by her sharp business mind. Our 50-50 partnership was rooted in friendship, trust, and late-night pep talks. As my marriage frayed, I confided in her, spilling my fears over wine, my voice cracking with vulnerability. "Marriage is hard," she'd say, her eyes sympathetic. "Successful people have successful problems. You'll work it out." Her words were a balm, but unbeknownst to me, she was weaving a web of deceit that would leave me gasping for air. The unraveling hit on a rainy Tuesday evening in March. Alone in my home office, reviewing spring collection designs that once sparked joy but now felt mechanical, I spotted a pink envelope wedged behind Robert's desk. My hand shook as I opened it. An invitation to Camille Monroe's baby shower. Confusion hit first, a puzzled frown creasing my brow. Then, like ice watered down my spine, realization dawned. Robert had secrets, a hidden life blooming while ours withered. The next morning, fueled by a gut-wrenching intuition that screamed betrayal, I hired private investigator Luis Gonzalez, recommended by the divorce attorney I quietly retained. Within 3 days, his report landed like a bomb. Photos of Robert and Camille, a 26-year-old blonde marketing coordinator, entangled in a year-long affair. She was 7 months pregnant, his child, the family we dreamed of, now hers. He'd gifted her a townhouse, a car, a life of luxury, all while our bed grew cold. But the financial revelations crushed me further. Those withdrawals weren't business. They funded her world. Townhouse payments, medical bills, lavish allowances. My husband, the man I'd vowed to love, had been siphoning our shared wealth to build a nest with another woman. Tears streamed down my face as I traced the money trail, each digit a stab of humiliation. Worse still, Helena's involvement. Transfers from Diamond Dynasty straight to Robert's accounts. Then to Camille. My best friend, my confidant, had betrayed me, facilitating the theft while I bare my soul to her. The rage boiled up, a searing, all-consuming fire that replaced the numbness. Betrayed by my husband, my partner, my friend, they'd gutted my life methodically, leaving me hollow. In that moment of shattering clarity, I chose confrontation, not for drama, but for the cathartic release of staring into Robert's eyes as I dismantled his illusions, mirroring the devastation he'd inflicted on me. Over the weekend, I armored myself with Luis's deeper digs. Helena wasn't just aiding. She was positioning for a takeover, siphoning assets to buy me out cheaply post-divorce. Their plan was cruel genius. Destroy my marriage, exploit my grief, steal my empire. But they underestimated my resilience, the steel forged from years of building from nothing. So there I was, heart racing, adrenaline surging like electricity through my veins, invading that pastel nightmare. "Robert," I said, voice laced with the pain of 1,000 shattered illusions, "it's time we discuss our finances in front of your new friends." His control cracked, face paling as I unveiled the truths. The townhouse owned by my company, the embezzlement, Helena's complicity. Camille's shock mirrored my own months prior, her tears a small balm to my wounded pride. Helena shrank in the corner, her ghostly pallor a testament to her crumbling facade. Robert's pleas fell on deaf ears. My laugh was brittle, edged with the bitterness of betrayal. Addressing the room, I felt empowered, my voice strong despite the tears threatening to spill. "Ladies, meet my husband, cheater, thief, soon-to-be inmate." Gasps rippled like waves, phones capturing the moment that would ignite New York's gossip mills. With the final forensic report, $8 million stolen. I severed ties, freezing accounts, calling loans. His whisper, "You can't do this," met my resolute, "I already have." Walking out, a weight lifted, empowerment flooding the void left by pain. The legal onslaught was relentless, my determination unyielding. Helena's 4-year prison sentence stripped her of everything. Her betrayals cost a hollow victory against our lost friendship. Robert's empire crumbled. 7 years behind bars. Camille fleeing to ruins. The media frenzy was a whirlwind, but I emerged stronger. Diamond Dynasty soared, scandal-fueling sales like wildfire. I expanded globally, opened stores in Paris and Tokyo, founded a haven for women escaping financial abuse. In Camille's former townhouse, a poetic twist that brought a satisfied smile to my lips. Through IVF, I welcomed my daughter, 2 years old now, her laughter healing old wounds. She'll know her mother's strength, born from ashes. Do I regret the destruction? No. They chose betrayal. I chose survival. Revenge wasn't just even. It was transcendence, proving you don't discard a queen and keep the throne.